Good day, everyone. We are coming on the air now with breaking news in New York, where a jury has just found New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez guilty on all counts in his federal criminal trial. The verdict just coming in just minutes ago. It comes, of course, after he stood trial for several weeks here on corruption charges, including bribery, acting as a foreign agent for Egypt, and obstruction of justice. It also comes after prosecutors say they uncovered bribes in the form of gold bars and hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash stuffed in pockets, stuffed in his various locations in his home. Since he was charged, Menendez stepped down as the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, but he has resisted calls thus far to resign from the Senate itself. The jury deliberated for more than 12 hours over the course of 3 days here in Manhattan. I want to go straight to our Justice and Intelligence correspondent, Ken Delainian. Ken, Senator Menendez had fought these charges from the very beginning. He managed to escape conviction the last time that he was charged, and a jury ended in a mistrial. This one ending quite different.
That's right, Laura. This is a total victory for the prosecution and the Justice Department. Senator Menendez convicted on all 18 counts against him, and he was charged in a complex bribery conspiracy. And remember, the FBI found gold bars and $480,000 in cash in his house. And what his defense consisted of essentially was this wasn't bribery. This was gifts from friends cultivating a relationship. And his lawyers made that case passionately to the jury, but it just didn't fly this time. Coincidentally, that was his defense in the last case that you mentioned that ended in a hung jury. He was accused of bribery in that case. A friend of his, an eye doctor, had provided him gifts and cash. In that case, the prosecution didn't make their case. And the Supreme Court has made it much harder, as you know, Laura, to win these bribery convictions. The prosecution had to show here that there was a quid pro quo, that it wasn't just that the senator was receiving these illicit gifts that, by the way, he didn't declare on his financial disclosure form, but that he actually took official action in exchange for the gifts. That's the case prosecutors made, and the jury appears to have accepted it in total. Again, convicted on all 18 counts. Senator Menendez was charged alongside his wife, Nadine Menendez, who did not stand trial. She is ill with breast cancer, and we learned today that her trial has been indefinitely postponed. His two co-defendants, two New Jersey businessmen accused of paying him bribes, also convicted. A third businessman had been charged in the case, turned state's evidence, essentially testified against Senator Menendez. And that was crucial testimony in this case because along with the cash and the gold bars and the Mercedes convertible, the prosecutors had a witness who went into court and said, I paid the senator a bribe, and this is what he did for me. And this case had an added dimension of seriousness, Laura, because the senator was the powerful chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, and the accusations here were not only that he did favors for these New Jersey businessmen, but that he took action on behalf of the government of Egypt. Essentially, he sold his office to a foreign power and was acting as an unregistered agent for the government of Egypt. That is an unprecedented charge to be leveled at a senator, and he has now been found guilty on all counts.
And it was certainly what made this case so different from the one in the past, where he was also accused of corruption in a scheme allegedly with his friend. But in that case, the jury didn't buy it. And as you mentioned, Ken, the idea of steering aid and weapons to Egypt, propping up a lucrative monopoly deal, disrupting criminal investigations in New Jersey, part of the story for why this case actually ended up being in New York instead of New Jersey this time around, right?
That's right. There were meetings in restaurants in Manhattan. You know, as you go through the different dimensions, there are so many different schemes alleged in this case, now convicted by the jury. It's hard to follow the twists and turns. So there's one separate strain here where the senator was helping an Egyptian businessman get the exclusive contract to provide halal meat to Egypt, and in return was doing favors for the government of Egypt at the behest of this business person, including, you know, he had influence over foreign military sales, and he had great influence over how the Senate Foreign Relations Committee dealt with U.S. policy, essentially, toward Egypt. And what the prosecutor said and what they've won a conviction on here is that he took action in exchange for cash bribes from this Egyptian business person. And then separately, he took action on behalf of these other New Jersey business people trying to intervene with prosecutors to quash criminal investigations against them, unsuccessfully, according to the accounts of the prosecutors. But nonetheless, they were, in some cases, very troubled by a senator coming to meet them and essentially try to strong-arm them into going easy on his friends in exchange for money and for gold and for, in one case, a Mercedes convertible.
All right. Ken Delaney, our Justice correspondent, appreciate your reporting.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.